Warm welcome to a national television network special on a calypso and music video launch, raising awareness on climate change resilience through creativity and culture. And this is an initiative of the NAP GCF Readiness Project within the Department of Sustainable Development. My name is Jessie Leos, and I will be steering the broadcast proceedings. At this time, we would like to honor God and country. I invite everyone within studio to stand for prayers to be delivered by Mr. Kiche Greaves, a teacher from the Ira Simmons Secondary School, to be immediately followed by the national anthem.
Lord, we thank you for giving us the opportunity to be here today. We thank you for all the sponsors. We thank you most importantly for the students and all the work that they've placed into this project. We ask you, Lord, that you continue to bless us and make us use this experience to grow in our knowledge of you and in our musical abilities. May everything that we gain be used for your glory and for the youth of St. Lucia. This we ask in your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. The national anthem is started. Once again, a special welcome, warm welcome to each and every one of you being here today. Hello, everyone. Is everyone feeling good? Yes. Okay. I would like to acknowledge the presence of a few individuals here today. The Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Sustainable Development, Innovation, Science, Technology, and Vocational Training, Dr. Pauline Prosper Antoine. Also the Acting Deputy Permanent Secretary within the Department of Sustainable Development, Mr. Chris Satney. The Chief Sustainable Development and Environment Officer, Don Pierre Nathaniel. And we have from the project, that is the NAP GCF Readiness Project, the National Project Coordinator, Mrs. Maxine Matthew Charles, the Communications and Stakeholder Engagement Specialist, Ms. Danielle Dubois. We have the principal from the Ira Simmons Secondary School, Martina Belizaire, and from CAMDU, we have the Curriculum Officer, Mr. Jason Joseph, as well as students, as we've so far seen, from the Ira Simmons Secondary School. Welcome to you all. The government of St. Lucia has been awarded a Green Climate Fund, that is a GCF Readiness and Preparatory Support Program grant, also referred to as the NAP GCF Readiness Project. So you heard me say NAP and GCF. It stands for the National Adaptation Planning Green Climate Fund Readiness Project. And it is all in part to assist in advancing the country's national adaptation planning process. This project is managed through the Department of Sustainable Development, that is DSD, and joins the efforts to bolster St. Lucia's ability to respond to and prepare for uncertainties brought on by our ever-changing climate. You guys have heard of climate change? Okay, so that is part of the reason, a major part of the reason why we are trying to ready St. Lucia for this situation. We now want to continue on with the program. There is so much we have in store for you. It involves a check presentation for the purchase of musical instruments for the Ira Simmons Secondary School, as well as a video release. It's sort of a premiere, and we will be having that coming up in just a bit. But first, we want to get some admin matters out of the way, and for official word from first to Mrs. Dawn Pierre Nathaniel, Chief Sustainable Development and Environment Officer from the Department of Sustainable Development, and she will deliver the warm welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Of course, the protocol has been established, so I will proceed accordingly. You will hear a little bit more of what Jesse just indicated. That is the National Adaptation Plan, Green Climate Fund, NAP GCF Readiness Project, implemented with the delivery partner, International Institute for Sustainable Development, IISD as we refer to them, and executed through the Department of Sustainable Development, another acronym, DSD, and we're the climate change focal point, with support from the Department of Economic Development as the national designated authority to the Green Climate Fund, the NDA to the GCF. We like acronyms, right? So this, of course, projects, as Jesse indicated, seeks to strengthen St. Lucia's ability to adapt to climate change. Put simply, climate change adaptation refers to taking action to reduce the negative impacts of climate change, such as extreme weather events like hurricanes, rising sea levels, and food insecurity. It's about adjusting to the current and future effects of climate change to minimize harm, such as, among others, building stronger infrastructure to withstand extreme weather, improving water management, and developing more resilient crops. More specifically, the project is about charting the future, planning, preparing, responding to, addressing the adverse effects of climate change, building our climate resilience. It includes the development of plans for the remaining priority sectors of adaptation, completing the plans for all the 8 priority sectors, and also giving due attention to what we refer to as limits to adaptation and loss and damage, modeling and assessment of coastal climate change impacts, working with the private sector, and seeking to access climate finance. The project is also charged with enhancing sensitization on climate change. As the climate change focal point, the Department of Sustainable Development wants people to understand what climate change is, help in building their understanding and capacity, alerting them about what they can do about it, and as well as providing information and support about the opportunities that exist to address it. So we are advocates for the use of creatives in transmitting this message through song, through poetry, through theater, and so on. It worked really well for us, for St. Lucia, and also for small island developing states through the 1.5 to Stay Alive campaign in 2015 around the 21st Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, COP21. So our department, the Department of Sustainable Development, takes pleasure in working with the youth, including them as official representatives on the National Climate Change Committee, or the NCCC, the technical advisory body on climate change, supporting the youth, especially youth leaders, to assist in the transmission of the climate change message and helping to address it. We do that through training, through paid internships, nomination and enrollment in courses, and official inclusion on the St. Lucia delegation to international climate change conferences. Today, you will witness another example of our partnership with the youth in climate action, and they certainly rose to the call. I will say no more at this point, as the evidence of youth excellence combined with corporate citizenship will speak for themselves. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Mrs. Pierre Nathaniel. So you just heard of the NAP GCF Readiness Project and the reasons for having the communications and engagement strategy, pulling in theater, art, all of those good things to be able to connect with the general public and particularly the youth. So now we get a little bit of a greater understanding of why some of the students are here today from the Ira Simmons Secondary School. The school band and the choir was chosen to partner with the Department of Sustainable Development to perform a calypso jingle titled Adapt. What did I say? What word? Adapt. What's that? Okay, just making sure you're here with me. And to star in the corresponding music video. So we're going to see the premiere of that music video. The school has a very strong music program under the tutelage of Mr. Keeche Greaves, a young musician and practitioner. We note the excellence of the choir as they are the 3-year reigning champions of the National Schools Choir Competition. So give yourselves a pat on the back. As well as the Junior Calypso Monarch in 2023 and 2024. For the past 3 months, the choir has engaged in learning the original composition Adapt, a song highlighting the urgency of climate action and embracing the change to protect our homes and our livelihoods. So we want to thank you, first of all, before we do any further featuring, thank you all for being part of a highlight to what St. Lucia and the small island developing states the world is facing as it pertains to climate change. Give yourselves a round of applause. We'll continue with some more tidbits on this initiative, but first we hear from the Parliamentary Secretary within the Ministry of Education, Sustainable Development, Innovation, Science, Technology, and Vocational Training, Mrs. Dr. Pauline Prosper Antoine.
Thank you very much. I am Antoine First. That's the name I was born with. So Antoine is my first name. Prosper is the one that I borrowed. Good afternoon, everyone. I wish that the acting permanent secretary would allow me permission to adopt the protocol that has been established. Do I have permission? This afternoon, I am indeed elated to be here. And anytime I stand amidst students, I feel privileged and I feel happy because I'm a former school principal, a former teacher, a former education officer, and I am now the Parliamentary Secretary in the Department of Education, Sustainable Development. When I hear young students doing things that are positive, it tells me that our country is going in the right direction. As I join you today for the official launch of the Adapt Calypso and music video, I know young people like music. This moment is about more than a song. It is about giving a voice to a generation through creativity, culture, and purpose. I am sure you knew that there was a purpose why you were working on that video that will give you exposure to the world. As Parliamentary Secretary in a ministry for both education and climate change matters, I am proud to see such an innovative approach to one of the greatest challenges of our time, climate change. Climate change affects every aspect of our lives, from the condition of our coastlines, to crop production, to your comfort in your classrooms. Sometimes you think of all the clothes that you wear in this warm climate, and there's no AC in the classrooms. And our communities, the conditions that we face in our communities. But it is through initiatives like this that we begin to reshape the narrative. We move from fear to action, from silence to expression. Adapt is more than a jingle. It is a message, a movement, a reminder that we can and must embrace adaptation as a way of life. What is especially inspiring is that this message comes from the youth. The choir and band of the Ira Simmons Secondary School have demonstrated that they are talented and culturally powerful. Through their music and hard work, I know this wasn't easy. Was it an easy task? Yes. It takes time, it takes practice. Do it again, it's not good enough. Let's try this again. Isn't that so? Yes. That's right. But you are leading a national conversation on climate change. To every student involved, I say, thank you. We are deeply appreciative of your effort. Thank you for your voice, for your creativity, and for your leadership. I want you to realize that now you are leaders in the movement for climate change. You are indeed trendsetters in St. Lucia and the wider Caribbean. You are living proof that when we invest in young people, we invest in a better, more resilient St. Lucia. We are grateful for the work and support of the school principal, the music teacher, and all of you students for championing this process. I must also commend the Department of Sustainable Development and the NPA GCF Readiness Project team for designing and leading an adaptation awareness campaign rooted in inclusion and innovation. To our corporate partners, the Bank of St. Lucia, COTS Unicoma, and the CIBC Caribbean, your support goes beyond instruments. You have helped strengthen a legacy. Your contributions today will echo in every note these students play and in every stage they grace. Of course, we are grateful to the Green Climate Fund, GCF, for the resources, and the International Institute for Sustainable Development, IISD, as delivery partners. Let us all take this opportunity to recommit ourselves to the work ahead. It is a journey ahead, and we all feel the effects of climate change. So we must all play our part, and you students have played a very vital part. Climate change may be a global matter, but our responses must be local, bold, and creative. And this is just what you have done. In the fight for our survival, let us adapt, not just in policy and infrastructure, but in mindset, through music and in movement. We must change our mindset. We must do things differently. We cannot continue to do the same things and say we are adapting. And we know that change is something that is very difficult. And so what you have done today is going to assist young people, adults, the community to change their mindset about climate change. And we may realize that we cannot follow the Donald Trump way. Once again, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to everyone involved in this powerful project. May the voices of our youth continue to inspire change, and may St. Lucia lead the way in building a climate-resilient future through culture, collaboration, and creativity. I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Antoine Prosper. And she emphasized a very important thing, and it's changed behavior. At the Department of Sustainable Development, we not only focus on climate change, but the work program areas are vast, and it's all about the environment, focus on the environment, and all of the ways that we can better attend to the environment. And we're talking about the ozone layer, we're talking about consumption of plastics, we're talking about all of these different things. And so we don't have all day to go through the work of the DSD, but just to let you know that what we're having today is just part of a bigger effort to ensure that St. Lucia plays its part in being more conscious and takes action where the environment is concerned. We continue on with the program. As I indicated earlier, the GCF Readiness Project has a robust communications and engagement strategy to mobilize stakeholders and raise awareness on climate change, resilience, and adaptation. And at the forefront of that within the project, we have Ms. Danielle Dubois. She is the National Communications and Stakeholder Engagement Specialist, and she will be speaking to you briefly on the overview of the Adapt Calypso music video. Just give her a little bit of encouragement. Not that I think she needs it.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, boys and girls. Are you happy?
Yes.
Are you ready to see the video?
Yes.
All right. I'd like to adopt the protocol already established. Today, we are delighted to launch the Adapt Calypso music video performed by the Ira Simmons Secondary School Band and Choir. For the past 8 months, even more than that on paper, the Ira Simmons Secondary School Band and Choir engaged in the production process, and so the composition, studio recording, and video development of a calypso tune titled Adapt. The song and music video was created for the purpose of raising awareness on climate change resilience by embracing adaptation and will form part of a broader national awareness campaign. We are also very pleased by the gracious support of corporate houses, CIBC Caribbean, Bank of St. Lucia Limited, and Courts Unicoma, having band together to supply brand new musical equipment to further strengthen the school's outstanding musical program. You all not excited? We almost didn't have a drum to come down. You all not clapping? All right. So to provide some context, I'd like to start from the beginning. As the saying goes, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Firstly, I'd like to thank my boss, project coordinator, Mrs. Maxine Matthew Charles, for ever open ear to my ideas and guiding the process to ensuring that it happens. When the Adapt song was presented in the communications plan about a year ago, it was met with a warm welcome to proceed. Right? Well wishes and thanks is also extended to the technical guidance and support from Chief Sustainable Development and Environment Officer, Mrs. Dawn Pierre Nathaniel, who made the process even more worthwhile with her enthusiasm from the start, challenging me to add lively parts and go back to the drawing board sometimes, and ensure that the words and the message is simple and clear. Knowing full well I had the support from my team and superiors to embark on this amazing feat, this gave me the fervor to proceed. To note, I'd like to say as a creative in a corporate space, sometimes ideas get shut down simply because they have never been done before, seen as too expensive, or not worthwhile. So to my Department of Sustainable Development and the DSD family, I say thank you for taking a chance on this creative endeavor. It would never have been possible without you all. So can you please give it up for my team to put through a pitch and for it to happen. The next step in the process included the creative development of the song. Mr. Greaves, I call him a master musician, even though he may cringe with my praises today. I adore his grit, love, and passion for music. He's a bastion of light when it comes to music, especially for his band and choir. He worked with me from the beginning, from moving the song from melody to tune, working with the band and choir for them to learn the song, and of course, rehearsals. I am sure today he is happy it is over, and we can finally share this work with St. Lucia. Mrs. Martina Belize, what an honor it is to have school leadership like you, allowing your school to shine through the arts and music and supporting this project from the start to finish. I say thank you. Your words of encouragement, absolutely. Let's give it up. Why are you all so quiet today? Your words of encouragement when it got tough and ownership of the project, I will forever be grateful. To the corporate sponsors, thank you for saying yes to innovation, yes to the arts, yes to culture, and yes to the students who hold up the music program of the school. The donation of a brand new drum set by Bank of St. Lucia. Yes, let's give it up if you all did not know. A brand new saxophone from Courts Unicoma. And a mic and trumpet from CIBC Caribbean. It's so welcomed by the students. You have enthused their passion, strengthened the school's music program, and gave a sense of deep pride to the students who work hard on the Calypso process from start to finish. For sure, this memory will be etched in their minds forever, and the students who come after them will get to enjoy the fruits of their labor. To the students, the band and choir members of the Ira Simmons Secondary School, congratulations. Congratulations, give yourselves a round of applause. I know it was not easy, the consistent pressure from me to do your best, show up on time for rehearsals, and to pay attention. I pray that you've learned from this process. Getting to perform in a professional recording studio, then engaging in recording the music video is a dream of any aspiring artist. So today, celebrate your hard work, celebrate your talent, and I pray that the next project that you get to do, please don't give the teachers so much trouble. I'd also like to thank Mr. Lawrence. He was also part of the engine room, which made this possible. Yep. Also to the parents, we'd like to say thank you, who allow their children to be part of this production process. I know it must not have been tough. It must not have been easy, the excessive rehearsals, especially that 6 a.m. call time for the shooting of the video, was a headache for everyone. But we say thank you for allowing them to be part of the process. And thanks to, by extension, Bradley Lacan of All Biz Media, that despite how tough it was as a production idea to mobilize a 6 a.m. shoot for students, it was for all for the best and to ensure that we have the best video, right? Danielle, thank you for opening your studio to the students and your membership, your mentorship, especially for the band members. We say thank you. As I conclude, it will be remiss of me to not note the timing of this launch during the carnival season. So Ira and the Department of Sustainable Development can officially say that they've made their contribution to the festival through song and an important message. Climate change is not something sexy. Don't play safe. It's time, the time is upon me. Now is the time to adapt. What an amazing feat, this production process. And with its launch today, I pray that it can be a staple in our households, a teaching tool for kiddies and primary school students, and most importantly, may we all embrace its message. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Dubois. And though she read from a paper, we did feel every word. Yeah? We now want to continue the program. This endeavor, it successfully engaged the youth, which is very important for the climate change movement in terms of raising awareness for climate change resilience, and adaptation. We now want to bring on one of our students. Her name is Daniela Wenceslas. Am I pronouncing it right? Okay, and I now want to welcome you, young lady, to just give us a reflection, what your experience was, the production process, and so on. Let's give her some encouragement.
Good afternoon to all. My name is Daniela Wenceslas. A day in November before exams. I can't really remember the dates. Ms. Dubois came in and told us that she wanted to work with us to make something called a jingle. At that time, I didn't know what a jingle was, so I was a bit confused. Someone asked her, "What is a jingle?" She said that it was a song about a specific topic. Everyone agreed to do the jingle as a group. Ms. Dubois took everyone's contact information so that she will be able to inform everyone about what needs to be done and when we will meet to prepare for the jingle. For the first week, I wasn't taking practice seriously, but by the second to the third week, I started taking it more seriously. I started going to practice sessions more often. With more practice, we became better and better. I'm happy we did. I was tired of all those days after school, but I still made an effort to be at practice. I missed some practice sessions because I was unwell. I love to sing, so I learned what I missed quickly. It didn't take me long to catch up. We practiced and practiced for weeks. Soon came the studio recording. We were taken to a studio in Grozile. The sopranos were placed in a room, and the altos, tenors, basses, and baritones were placed in the other room. It was a difficult process because some of the students were not cooperating. This made Miss Dubois very upset, but she didn't show it. I saw it in her eyes though. After much pep talk from Miss, we were finally able to record the song. Now came the Easter break, getting closer and closer to the video recording. Miss contacted other parents about recording because it had to be recorded at 6 a.m. in the morning. Some parents agreed for us to sleep over at the school. Others chose to drop off their kids in the morning. We had practice almost every day until the Easter holiday. On Tuesday morning, everyone came in the school to practice. After practice, those who were not sleeping over left the school. The teachers got us beds to sleep on. Everyone bought food and snacks, but the teachers got us Domino's pizza for dinner. Everyone went to bed by midnight, but by 3 in the morning, the boys woke up to go for a morning run for punishment. They made so much noise, a few of the girls woke up. It was a tireless morning. We made breakfast and everyone got ready and went to the beach for the official recording of the music video. We had many retakes. We were all tired and exhausted after the recording was done. But it was a fruitful day. We had completed the task we came to do. We cleaned up and everyone went home after having lunch. It was a difficult process, but we made it through. I'm proud that we have gotten at this point today. Thank you to all.
Thank you, Daniela. She said a lot of hard work. Oh, youth. Brought me back to my own school days, but thank you for that acute forensic journaling of your experience for this project, this initiative. We heard from Ms. Dubois that your hard work will not go unrecognized. It's not going unrewarded. You will be getting what? Books? What? Instruments. You will be getting music instruments for the music program at your school. And I do encourage you, beyond just this message that we're trying to push, that you continue to focus on a vocation, whether it be music, whether it be something else, so that you have something to fall back on, whatever your academic pursuits are, right? Okay. Am I right? Yes. Am I making sense? Yes. Okay, good. At this time, we want to now bring on the students, I think, for the feature presentation, the ADAPT music video. Okay, so I now want to draw your attention to the screens, the monitors on my right.
fight like the water in dry day. Consideration, real dedication, everything smart and embrace adaptation. Tell water, no food, tell everyone here no home. Prepare and plan and embrace adaptation. Tell us to stop and open our eyes. Temperature rise, sea level rise, hurricane strong, flooding all around. Clouds getting longer, like the rainwater. I know we don't have too much control. Sometimes we waste on the entire world. The time is up to adapt. Let me change up here where I stop. Tell me what you do about that. Let me come for us to adapt.
Round of applause to the students and everyone. A round of applause once again, students and everyone involved in this production. Now, when in nice they say play it twice. You guys up for that? Okay, let's take a look at that video, that music video one more time. A premiere of the Calypso and music video Adapt.
Things are gonna change. Tell me how you're ready for that. You have to change our ways. Like what we do is not the answer. Climate change is not something sexy. Don't play safe. The time is up on me. And I know you don't have too much control. Sometimes you're waiting on the entire world. But we can't lose hope. Must find a way to go. But we have to take the big that we do today. Adaptation is surely the only way to prepare for the storm whenever they play. I say, adapt. The time is not to adapt. Let me see now we are never top. Adapt. Tell me what you know about that. Everyone wants to adapt. We're climbing on the same, so we have to make a change. Stand up, let's fight like the water in dry day. Consideration, real dedication, everything smart and embrace adaptation. Tell water, no food, tell everyone here no home. Prepare and plan and embrace adaptation. Tell us to stop and open our eyes. Temperature rise, sea level rise, hurricane strong, flooding all around. Clouds getting longer, like the rainwater. I know we don't have too much control. Sometimes we waste on the entire world. The time is up to adapt. Let me change up here where I stop. Tell me what you do about that. Let me come for us to adapt.
Once again, a round of applause for your efforts, your sterling efforts at this activity. Adapt, the Calypso jingle and music video. It was produced by the NAP GCF Readiness Project in collaboration with the Department of Sustainable Development. It was written by Ms. Danielle Dubois with additional writing credits to Kiche Greaves and Christian Lawrence. Musical composition, Kiche Greaves. Recorded, mixed and mastered by Danielle. Music video editor, Allbiz Limited. Music video director, Danielle Dubois. Once again, a round of applause. You all deserve it. And so for the superstars, the Hollywood-bound students of the Ira Simmons Secondary School, we now want to make a presentation. As promised, a check handover ceremony, a brief component within our presentation today will be made from the Bank of St. Lucia, Courts Unicoma, and CIBC First Caribbean. Okay, so we're going to begin with the presentation by Courts Unicoma. And if we could get a representative, or should we have our principal, Mrs. Belizaire, along with a representative, one of the students, and Mr. Greaves, to come up to accept the check from Courts Unicoma.
All protocols observed. Good afternoon, all. My name is Safena Alloway. I am the OECS Courts Bar Manager. It is a true honor to join you today in support of not only your musical journey, but your advocacy, using the power of music to raise awareness about one of the most urgent challenges of our time, climate change. This donation is more than a contribution to a school music program. It is an investment in young voices who are using their talent to inspire, educate, and call for action on climate resilience and adaptation. At a time when the effects of climate change are being felt in our communities, your efforts to connect music with environmental awareness are both timely and commendable. Music is a powerful medium. It transcends boundaries and speaks to people in ways data and policy cannot. Through your performances, you are helping others understand the importance of protecting our environment, preparing for change, and working together for a more sustainable future. We are proud to support a band that not only showcases musical excellence, but also leads with purpose. May this donation assist in enhancing your capabilities, expanding your reach, and amplifying the message of resilience and hope. To the students, continue using your voices, your instruments, and your creativity to make a difference. You're not just the musicians of today, you are the change makers of tomorrow. Thank you, and of course, this is our donation to you.
Once again, let us show our thanks and appreciation to Courts Unicoma. Thank you. $2,500 going towards the wind instruments. That's the saxophone. And our principal, Mrs. Belizaire, will remain, along with Mr. Graves and the two students. What are your names?
Richie Brown. Jaden Raymond.
Okay, did you see yourselves in the music video?
Yes.
Okay, how did you feel about the music video? Is it your first time seeing it?
Yes.
How did you feel?
Good, yeah, apart from when the sun was hot.
What about you?
I mean, it was alright.
Okay. Can we keep up with the younger generations? I think not. And up next, we have the presentation by, do we have Bank of St. Lucia present? Okay, so we will now have the presentation by CIBC First Caribbean. Okay, few words.
Thank you very much. Pleasant good afternoon, all. And the protocol has already been established, so I'll just stand on that. I really want to say, I mean, I was amazed at that music video. Congratulations. Yeah, I mean, I looked at it once, and it was so good when they said, let's do it twice. I was like, yes, we need to look at that again. So amazing. Let me just pause a little bit to reflect on my connection with some of the people here. Ms. Dubois, I met her many years ago at a function at the Grosley Primary School, and she had such passion for the arts and the creatives that we connected well after that. And when she reached out to me about this project, I was like, yeah, this is something that we could be involved in. So we were very happy to be a part of this. And then she said, this is a winning school, and their principal, who have met also through some engagement we had at the school. And at that time, a few representatives from the band played a piece, and she said, we have a band, and a really good band. We just have a few members of the band there. And they played a really nice piece, and little did I know that on this day, this said band and more, along with the choir, would be the winners of this video, Calypso music video. It is an amazing video, and we're really pleased at CIBC to be a part of this. So pleased that we came here just hoping to give the trumpet and the mic, and then when Mrs. Dubois said, well, we still need a few pieces of instrument, I say, what other pieces do you need? And when she said, I said, let's complete the band. Let's just ensure that we give the rest to make sure it's a complete set of equipment. So we're very pleased to be able to give those instruments. It's really important for us in terms of giving back to our community. And I feel like the children need an extra bit of a treatment. So the principal and I will agree how we can do that, and we'll be happy to make that contribution to treat you. So thank you very much once more. We're honored to be part of this, and as CIBC, we think it's important to be able to contribute back to the community, and this is certainly an area where we have the youth and culture involved that we feel that we're very passionate about and happy to be part of this. Thank you.
And now for the official handover. Once again, we'll have several opportunities for everyone to have their photo taken with the sponsors and the students and the project officers as well. And finally, Bank of St. Lucia. Let's give them a round of applause to make a presentation.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I guess we're saving the best for last. No shade, CIBC. But, okay, but I do just want to say that, for us at Bank of St. Lucia, it's really important that we continue to support the youth and support the communities that we engage with. And we're just really happy to be a part of this. And congratulations once again to Ira Simmons Secondary School. So we're so happy to be a part of this, and we're looking forward. Thank you.
For a $6,000 sponsorship donation toward the music program at the Ira Simmons Secondary School, let's show our appreciation to Bank of St. Lucia. Wonderful.
A pleasant good afternoon to everybody, specially invited guests, officials, sponsors. I made a mental note of just 3 things that I am so happy about this afternoon, but I don't trust my memory these days. Like having V, so let's see. Right, so the first thing is, I think a very good choice was made for Sir Ira Simmons. Apart from what you've heard and read on your program, Sir Ira has been a shining example of what music education should be in the schools. The teacher, Mr. Greaves, has been very effective, and I continue to try to encourage all music teachers to aspire to that level. So I think you made a very good choice. And after watching the video, definitely you made an excellent choice. Wonderful video, wonderful production. Congratulations, Sir Ira Simmons Secondary. Secondly, I am so happy that people recognize the process. I have a serious issue with people seeing music as just the product. Everybody claps, yay, clap, clap, clap. The children did so well. Nobody understands what the process is and what the children have to go through, the discipline, the rehearsals, the hours that they need and that they should be allowed in order to rehearse. So I'm very happy that quite a few people recognize the process, and that is very important to me. And saving the best for last, I am also extremely pleased that Sir Ira Simmons benefited from this process and this project, and that you will be receiving some instruments that I know will be put to good use and not be left there to collect dust like happens sometimes, because once again, you have a teacher that I know will make good use of the instruments. I am very pleased of that, because too often our schools get used and abused. So thank you very much, sponsors. I will make a note of who you are just in case I myself decide to come call in. Thank you very much. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph. I don't think I expected any less in your delivery, and expectation and appreciation to the sponsors. We're coming to the tail end of our program for today. Did you have a good time? Yes. Did you enjoy the music video? Yes. So you won't cringe when you see it when you're sitting in the living room at home with your family? Okay, I'm glad for that. And we have a good message, and not only do we have a good message about climate change, the need for adaptation, the need for us to take action, but it's also very appealing to the ear, to the eyes. Thank you once again. And now we have the vote of thanks. I could think of nobody better to deliver the vote of thanks for the recipient school's principal, in the person of Mrs. Martina Belizaire. She's the principal of the Ira Simmons Secondary School. Give her a warm reception.
I'm just saying to you that I wasn't given an option. I was told that I'm given. While I would like to adopt the protocol that has already been established, I would like to acknowledge Dr. Pauline Antoine Prosper in our midst. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I cannot stop blushing and I cannot stop smiling. I don't even know if I could speak, but let's see. What an inspiring initiative. Let's give the Department of Sustainable Development a resounding round of applause. I am truly honored to deliver the vote of thanks as we conclude the launch of the Adapt Calypso and music video. It is without a doubt that we are truly grateful for the inclusion of the Ira Simmons Secondary School Band and Choir in helping to foster a culture of awareness as it relates to climate change. On behalf of the organizers, participants, and all those whose hearts have been touched by this initiative, I offer our deepest gratitude. Thank you, Dr. Pauline Antoine Prosper, for your inspiring remarks and message to the youth. Thanks to the Chief Sustainable Development and Environment Officer, someone I've known very well, and our sons attended the same school, Mrs. Dawn Pear Nathaniel, for your enlightening remarks, vision, and support to your team as they embarked on this project. To our very, very supportive music curriculum officer, Mr. Jason Joseph, thank you for your presence and ongoing commitment to the development of our students. To the Department of Economic Development, National Designated Authority to Green Climate Fund, I hope I'm saying this correctly, and the National Adaptation Plan, GCF, Readiness Project team, thank you for your support and commitment to this very relevant and impactful initiative. Thank you to CIBC once again. As he said, he has been with us before, and we are very, very happy that you are here with us again. Thanks to Bank of St. Lucia and Courts Unicomer. All three organizations have done stuff for the school, and we are extremely grateful. Thank you for your benevolence and belief in the project and investing in the creative potential of our youth. To the students, my students, who sacrificed your sleep. I remember that day also, and I was watching them on the camera. I was at the school up until a certain time, and Miss Dubois was saying, we don't have money, we need pizza. Oh my God, you need to give Miss Dubois, I'm going to thank her later, but let's just give her a round of applause. She's a true gem, and she sacrificed so much. But I was watching them, I was at the school earlier that evening, but I couldn't sleep. So I was watching them on the camera, and I warned them about mushing and doing all the bad things. But they still mushed. They didn't tell you that. She didn't tell you, but they did it. So I want to thank you so much, because you had to wake up very early for the recording of the video, as well as all the time spent rehearsing. I know it was a lot. We are very thankful for your sacrifice, and we are very proud of you. Give yourselves a round of applause. Special thanks to the parents, and you know parents do not like their kids staying out late, worse yet sleeping at a school. So I really want to thank our parents who trusted us enough to allow the students to overnight at the school and remain after school hours for rehearsals. Thanks to the media for your presence and coverage of this event. Thank you, everyone, for your commitment to integrating the arts with the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly through this powerful medium of Calypso. You've given our youth not only a platform to showcase their talent, but a voice to express important messages about sustainability, identity, and social responsibility. A heartfelt thanks to this pretty lady in the back, Ms. Danielle Dubois. And our very dedicated music teachers, Mr. Greaves, you've heard so much about him, I will not say anymore, and Mr. Lawrence, for your sacrifice, mentorship, extreme patience, and passion that have guided the students every step of the way. The performance we witnessed today is a reflection of your tireless work and deep belief in the power of music to educate, advocate, and transform. To the videographers and technical team who work with the students, thank you for lending your talents and energy to this creative journey. And to everyone who came out to witness this launch, your presence and applause mean everything. As we continue to educate and create an awareness of the impact of climate change, let's remember that each note sung, each word written, and each image captured is a step toward a more sustainable future. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mrs. Belizaire. Well, our time has come to an end. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here today, right from our parliamentary secretary, our chief sustainable development and environment officer, our DPS within the Department of Sustainable Development, all other officials present, officials from the schools, Ira Simmons Secondary. Hip, hip. Hooray. Hip, hip. Hooray. Job well done, guys, and we do hope that it's the beginning of more things. Not the beginnings, that's a continuation, because you guys have been doing such a wonderful job so far in music. Just hope that you bring on the pressure a little bit more in the coming years, and all the best to the music program at the Ira Simmons Secondary School. We've come to the end. This has been the NAP GCF Readiness Project, Adapt Calypso and Music Video launch, raising awareness on climate change resilience through creativity and culture. It's all the time we have. Do stay tuned for more NTN programming. We'd like to thank you once again, everyone involved in this initiative, and we invite you to follow the Department of Sustainable Development social media platforms, where you can hear not only just about this project, the NAP GCF Readiness Project, but also other work coming out of the Department of Sustainable Development. We are the National Climate Change Focal Point, as well as our other work program areas. My name is Jessie Leonce. Goodbye, enjoy, and we invite you, those of you in studio, to some refreshments. Cheers.